Hello and welcome back. We have one final build which is on the bus that needs to be transferred into a module, and that's the electric engines. There are two electric engine recipes. There is this one that takes copper cable, engine units and mechanical parts, and it produces one engine unit in 6 seconds. Then there's a second engine unit recipe that takes in lube, and it is the same input materials plus lube, and it produces 2 electric engines in 6 seconds. Yeah, so they're both the 6-second craft. The lube version doubles the quantity of engines you get out. So what I'm going to do is try and build it without lube, because we're not currently making any, but in such a way that we can drop in pipes for lube, and the build will just fail over without any problems. The other thing is this this build here uses nearly half of our, where is it? It would use nearly half the output of this module, but it's clear this has 8 assemblers and 6 of them go to science. So we've only actually got 2 assemblers free. So this will be overbuilt. Now that's not the end of the world. We're going to design this so that we could quadruple it. But for now we're just going to go with the 4 assemblers, and they'll probably be slightly starved. So that's the trade-off we're making. But we are going to lay it out as if we're doing 8. So let's turn my nanobots off. So if we had 8 of those, then they could feed into 4 of those. Okay. And then if I leave an extra tile here, we have room for a belt if we need it, and we have room for pipe. Okay, so this can be the lubricant pipe. So how does this look so far? I think we're okay for balance. We will grab, whoop, that's not a good one to grab. And we only want a few electric engines, so I'm going to grab a science module to set the limit. Okay, so the output could go there. That means moving all of that back. Okay, the other issue though is the iron mechanical parts. So this outputs 180 a minute. One of these only consumes 15. So that's 120 for 8 of them. So one of these can power half of this with some excess. So I think if it was there, I don't know. Move that over one. So if that outputted onto a belt, it's just, I don't think there's enough room here, is there, to get an arm in. And this also needs normal engines as an input. Okay. So I think if I shift all this over another tile, if I shift it over one more tile, I'm actually out of room to get the copper input. That's an interesting thing, because I can output my engines there, and I can input a mixed belt of normal engines and iron mechanical parts there. Okay. So if I output them with a loader, they'll output onto the correct side of the belt. I can request in engines. I can request in iron. And then I guess the issue is if I ever want to double this, I'm not sure things are going to fit very well. Okay. We also have the issue of bringing in lubricant, but I think we could do that by having a requester that went that way into the pipes. Okay. So those arms over there. These arms here. This output, obviously. And maybe this is the build we'll go for now, and as and when we decide we need to double it to 4 times as big as it needs to be, we can figure out the extra belt routing we need to do. Alright, so for now, we need an iron ingot machine. We need an engines. So, normal engine. Oh, there's a 3rd tier of engine. Okay. So this is going to be iron ingot. Okay, and then we haven't figured out how to do the copper. So that would work. The only issue is the room, but that could go there. We can output okay, and this, so then this is copper ingot, and these just input. I think that's quite a neat build. I like that. Let's trim that off. In fact, I'm going to take all this pipe out for now. And we'll let this build. May as well put a drone in each of these things. Brilliant. And then start powering everything up. Looks like it's going to be quite a neat powering job. There we go. And then, for now, I'm just going to drag a cable over. I hope I've done this correct. It's going to be embarrassing if I've wired it all up wrongly. And yeah, this is just 5 stacks, which should be fine for now. What else? So I'm just waiting on the trucks to come back with materials. Here's the iron ingots. Good. And maybe I have a power... Yeah, we have a power issue again. Okay. Well, we'll go figure that out in a second. The power issue is almost certainly going to require me to make more boilers, isn't it? Which are steam engines, sorry. Okay, and it's iron bars we're missing for steam engines. It's our liquid-fired power station just never really got going. Alright, so let's go here. I want to make another Let's make another 20 of those just in case. Okay. And then I think if I do a nasty build, there we go. Then I think I can... Children should look away at this point. Oh, and we've got trees right grown up. So one of the things that happens with this mod pack, trees grow back. Okay, that was expensive. Let's get rid of these. Okay. How many is that? 18. And of course I lost a bunch of them when everything exploded. And I'm now out of pipes, but luckily we have some. Here. Only 3? What's going on here then? Okay, so the bus is starved because our starter patch mining is gone. So it looks like it's time, really is time to start retiring this whole contraption here. So it looks like we're handcrafting things. Alright. So, what do we actually need? We need some arms. We need another 3 steam engines. Okay, and then we need a bunch of pipe. And then I think I can copy this bit, put it there. And hopefully this will sort out our short-term power requirements. This trees. Again. Right, I'm going to respawn, I'm going to run over there, and we'll need to craft a few more items. So, apparently the way to stop the trees from coming back is... right, where is my body? Here. The way to stop the trees coming back is to... oh, what's wrong? Okay. Nano... It's giving me one of those spawn guns. I don't want a spawn gun. I want my nano emitter. Okay, let's build the things we're missing again. We're missing a boiler. We're missing 2 steam engines. And we're missing all of our nano. There you are. Alright, and then I think it needs some power poles. And then we should be ready to go. Yeah, so has that solved our power problem for now? It has, for now. Alright. That was all far too exciting. And this is running. So that's that job done. Good. Ah, we've unlocked cliff explosives. And for cliff explosives, we need explosives, grenades, empty barrels. So let's add to our task list. Explosives. And cliff explosives. There we are. Alright, the next thing I'd like to have a look at is concrete. because I'd quite like to beautify the base. And to make concrete, we need to make brick. So let's look at the recipe for concrete, and then we'll look at the recipe for brick and see if we can work out how we want to do this. So concrete can either be made with stone, brick, slag and sand, or with stone, brick, poor iron chunk and sand. Either way it's sand. This version has less sand. The iron chunk version has less sand. So I think we'll go with that. Let's have a look on the map and double check we have a secondary iron source, because this is our... Yeah, there's iron down there, 3.5 million. We'll have to go and negotiate for it, 3.9 million there. So we have plenty of iron around. That's not a problem. Or we go for the slag option. I've got a feeling that's going to burn through all our slag really quickly. And yeah. Alright. So one of these requires 45 brick a minute. So let's have a look at how many furnaces we would need. Right. It needs more than one stone to put the recipe in. Good. So if this was running at full speed, it would make 37.5. And this requires 45. So it's going to be a similar number of these to these. Okay. So this requires stone. So the temptation is to just feed it stone. But no doubt that's not a good ratio. No, it's not a good ratio. So we've done something like this before, haven't we? Do we already have a stone brick smelter? There we go. All right. Yeah, 5 to 2. So I'm sure we've done this. Let's have a look at the glass. That's ceramics. That's it. No, that's glass. Yeah, I'm sure we've done a stone brick smelter before. No, apparently not. It's all in my imagination. So it's all 5 of those to power 2 of those. So if I wanted 4 of these, I'd need 10 of these. Okay, let's turn the bots off. Okay, so that would allow us to run 4 smelters, which doesn't seem like very many, does it? Okay, if I had... That would be 8 smelters. Okay. And we could do something like... Actually, we can go down. Okay. And then the question is, have we filled a belt? And do I have 20 electric miners? I need another 4, I think, for this side. It says I need copper beams, so let's go grab some copper beams from somewhere. Good. Okay. Brilliant. Last one. There. All right. So that is 600 items per minute. 0.67 of a transport belt. So not even one transport belt. And that's enough for 8 smelters. So can we put that there? And can we pull this up? Move it over to... Okay, so I guess I need some electric engines, which we're luckily making. Okay, and this needs a stone quarry that needs a burner mining drill that needs a stone furnace. Okay. 10 of those. And I can't make any of these because I'm out of copper. Good, okay. Oh, 36. That's really not what I intended. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 10. Okay. So I clearly can't count. But I can put down a build. Ah, we've got a warning somewhere. Okay, let's... Possibly there's a nest there. Alright, I don't particularly want to run off and fix it right now. So, how many is that? That is 8. Okay, so I could do the inside-outside thing again. I think possibly... Yeah, that would work. Okay, so let's move this up to there. These are going to take in their stone. Okay, and this is going to be on an undergrounded belt. Or this might be a good time to use some red belt, actually. Yeah, I like that idea. So, okay, so we're going to input a... We'll do it with yellow for now. So we're going to input a red belt. Like that. Then it will need to output. Okay. To here. Except it's also going to need... Okay, this is all getting a bit out of hand. Let's at least try and line up the inputs and outputs, and then we can replace some things with undergrounds. Okay, get rid of all this. What we're missing is a fuel source, so we're missing iron, basically. Okay. Do we have room here for... Yes, we do. Okay, we have another warning on a turret. I think it's time for us to go up and have a quick look. And I've got turrets, and I've got... I have turrets, and I have bullets with me, so that's fine. We'll run up the bus. could probably get... If I was running on stone brick, I guess it would be faster, but yeah, let's try that. Okay. Better make some wool. So this has not worked very well, has it? That's 4. Let's put down another 4 here, because I think that's the way forward. Okay, and then we'll have a quick look. Okay, we've got an attack group already forming. I've only got 8. On you come. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? Oh, there's just loads and loads of spitters there. Okay, no. I don't have the tech for that. Let's have a look at if we can improve things. So, refined flammables is a good one. But I have no more damage upgrades. Yeah, there are no damage upgrades, so nothing I can really do. Let's have a look at our, research progression. Okay, so we're 25% of the way through to the next progression. Let's queue up some researches then. Crystal Grower sounds fun. High Capacity Inserter also sounds fun. Coal liquefaction could be useful, but let's get it later. We've got all these storage things. Deep mining, that looks good. Military 3, because that gives us our capsules, which should help us clear the worms. Landmines, more damage upgrades. Okay. So let's go for overkill as the best form of kill. Oops. Try that once more. Okay, so hopefully this will hold for a little bit longer. And I'll come back and I'll deal with this once I have the damage upgrades and some slowdown capsules. Okay, so let's run on down. There's a belt that goes the right way, I think. Yep. Let's carry on. All the way. Okay, and then we can get back to our build. So what was it we were doing? We were making stone. And we were in a bit of a mess because there wasn't enough room for all the things we wanted to build. I should have set up a deconstruction planner for this, but it's quite an expensive way to use nanobots, picking things off the ground. Alright. So, we're going to need red belt here. There we go. That can come back. We're going to need undergrounds. And okay, so the arms here are all mucked up. These are correct, and then it goes out of sync. Let's try that again. Okay, so now we can put down some power down the middle here. And we're going to need a power pole to link these two networks together. There we go. Okay, I'm not quite sure what was going on there. We can probably put in a few more. How many are we missing? Let's use the deconstruction planner that counts that. So we're missing 3. I'm crafting 1. Okay, so that should be the full set. And then we need coal. I'm still not sure if coal is the right fuel to be using. Okay. Let's bring this down one lower. Like that. Okay, I can put a truck in there. Okay, and then we need to fiddle around with some of these inserters. So this is fine, it's putting on the far side of the belt. This needs to put on the near side. Let's just paste this down over there. And we'll put down a one of these. Since it consumes nothing but a touch of coal, I'm quite happy to just let that fill. In the meantime, drop in a bit of coal just to see if it works, check all the inserters are doing the right things. So they are. Good, now that's going off to get the real coal, and we'll double check that it does actually work. Feels like I've massively over budgeted something here. Let's have a look. No, that's correct. Everything ratios out. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe this will all unblock itself in a minute. Okay, this doesn't have enough output. So we're going to need some red undergrounds. And some more red belt, I guess. And a red loader. Oh, we don't currently have red loaders. I wonder what we do for red loaders. Okay. So I'm looking at fast loaders. Fast. So Logistics 2 gave us fast belt. Okay, it looks like Advanced Electronics gives us the fast loaders. So presumably there's a red circuit involved. Okay, so we've now got the coal coming in, and the coal is... The coal is on this middle line. This whole build is balked. Okay. Right, how can we fix it? We can braid a belt. No, braiding doesn't help, does it? Because we need to get in the... Right. Let's look at this again. And let's just look at this. So this is 0.67 of a yellow belt, which is less than half of a red belt. Okay, so let's do something expensive. I am going to move the whole of this half of the build back a tile. And I'm going to dump some stuff in a box because my inventory is full, which means things are getting lost on the ground. Okay, and I'm out of nanobots, but there's no way I'm doing this by hand. Alright. Let's cut that. We're going to need more red belt, I think. Okay, so that's this part done. I'm going to cut the power. Because I've made a mistake already. I don't want to make a second one. Okay, so this is fine as red. Okay, and then the output can be in the middle. So this half of the build works. Except to truly make it work, I need a bunch of undergrounds. Okay. So that works. Good. And then we would put power poles like that. So then we would need to do a similar trick on this side. If I pull up that, what I would need is this, and I'd need the whole of that build to move over by one tile as well, which clearly cannot happen. So we're going to have to move this over again. And how are we doing? Okay, this is turning into a really shoddy build, but it'll be finished in a minute and we'll be very proud of it. Good. So let's get all of this in the right places. All right, then I'm going to pull up all this side of the build. There we go. Right, let's put things in boxes again. Okay, that can move over. And we'll dump more stone in that, in a box. Interesting. Can I make a box? Yeah, that should help. Let's stop some of this crafting. This all just really hates me, doesn't it? Alright. Put all the stone in there. Okay. Coal can go in there. Alright. Let's get all this sucked up off the ground. Good. And then I think that has to be moved over. And let's figure out how we're going to... Yeah. Okay, then I can copy this and flip, and that fits. Okay, let's try that once more. There. And again, I've put the whole build in the wrong place, haven't I? Right, I'm just going to get this in. It can just be a wrong build, and I will live with it. It won't be the end of the world. Okay, is this everything? Let's clean that off. Get rid of all of that. The stone can all go. Good. And I need one more piece of red belt. There. Okay. Well, that is an absolute dog's breakfast, and many kittens were murdered in the making of that, but I'm going to call that a day. When I get personal robots and I'm not burning resources, moving everything around, I will move the whole of this over one tile to the right to make it a bit less lopsided. But today we have done electronic engines, and we have done stone bricks, and we have some bugs to kill once we've done some fighting upgrades, and we have concrete to do next time. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make a complete hash of this. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.